Welcome back to the Gentleman Ultra Paper Review. Late edition, I apologise. But we've got some news anyway. Over the next couple of days, I'll be reporting from Siena, Pisa, Bologna, potentially, and Florence. And Devon will have a bit of content on the YouTube site about one of the games, whether it's Fiorentina Udinese or Bologna versus Lazio. Still to be decided, all on timings. So, also realised it's all gone a bit Palermo in here, so apologies for that again. So, but what are the papers? And talking of pink, let's start there. Best place 2. So, straight there. And we need to talk about Juventus. Who else? And there we have Higuain, show of strength, it says here. A good night for the Bianconeri as they, I would have said strolled past Leverkusen 3-0, but Gazzetta points out that less possession, they allowed Bayer Leverkusen to come on them. That's quite interesting. And the interesting, again, thing that Maurizio Sarri talked about was, we're not defending very well. We just need to improve on the defence. Now, that sounds really strange because when you inherit, should I say, an Allegri defence, a Juventus team who everyone thinks are phenomenal in that department, it's strange how Sarri figures that out. That's the weak point. It isn't a weak point. It's as simple as that. What Sarri's talking about, according to Gazzetta, is the way they transition the play on getting the ball out quicker from the back, therefore how quickly they can start the counters and also start general attacks, hence why the midfield's been such a big issue. And, of course, we look at the front three. Quite in depth today, again, Corriere dello Sport point out Pipa d'Oro, Golden Pippa, Pipita, Higuain stunning, and they talk about the fact that Ronaldo completed the route, breaking more records in the process. Sarri here saying great game, the players are improving. Interesting comment when he was asked before the game, didn't feature in the papers, but when he was asked before the game, why don't you play Cristiano, Dybala and Higuain? And he said, listen, if I'm sat in a bar and I'm talking about this, it's a great idea, but reality, it's different. We'll get there though. So, what of Tutto Sport now? They must have had something to say. Very similar headline to Corriere dello Sport. Golden Pipita, a great goal and a perfect assist for Bernardeschi. Higuain was the inspiration for Juve, and they are liquidated by a Leverkusen. That sounds like a German saying. Anyway, it's gone to the fact that Bianconeri are now the Bianconeri at top of the Champions League group. So they look like they're going to go through. How far can they go? So a lot of talk about Juve, but they weren't the only ones in action last night, because what of Atalanta? Atalanta, beautiful Atalanta, as everyone said last season. I feel a little sorry for them for one respect, just because they can't play in Bergamo. That crowd, as anyone knows who's been, it's one of the biggest and most fiery atmospheres on the peninsula, and they've not been able to play in a home stadium. But this season, they've done quite well in the league, playing like at the Tardini, for instance. At San Siro, you'd think, what a great venue. It is a great venue. When Inter and Milan are playing last night against Shakhtar, they were stunned at the last. I agree, to be fair, with the Corriere dello Sport. They were let down. It says Atalanta. Atalanta here, if you can't actually see this. Atalanta, what a letdown. Poor Zapata. Even though he gave them false hope. Atalanta were poor despite Zapata giving them false hope. It was at the last and they were naive. It looks as though Atalanta have a squad now that maybe some of them aren't cut out for the level to the Champions League. It is going to be quite interesting of what they can do this season. If they can keep the levels in Serie A, it means they can improve the players and do better in the Champions League. At this moment in time, a few players just, not talking just about quality, but mentally look just a little naive. So, small problems there. They still have a chance though in that group, but it's a slim one. If you go to Tutto Sport, they have a bit of they disagree with both the Corriere and with myself. They say, Ledea, you deserve only applause. They say it's great if you get overturned at the 95th. What else could you have done? It's true, Atalanta were a better team on the night. For most of it, they had more chances. They should have put the game to bed. But how many times have we talked about this? Be more clean cut and be more ruthless. So there's a lot about Inter tonight against Barcelona. Obviously, Inter try it without Lukaku, featured in Corriere dello Sport. Yes, they've got to go there, and Messi looks like he's on the bench to come on in the second half, or somewhere in the game to look at what they can do to Inter. It's a benchmark, says Zanetti here in the Gazzetta, that really this is the way they're setting themselves up. This is their sort of big test, because they face not only Messi on Wednesday night, they face Ronaldo on the weekend, so it's a big week for Inter. Just imagine if they won both of those games, that would set a precedent, but let's not forget it is Inter. So even though it's Conte's Inter, it's still Inter. So that's pretty much it from the papers today. I will try and get another paper review in tomorrow. Obviously, as I said, I'll try and report from some nicer places, other than places with pink cushions and flowers, over the next couple of days, and strange brick walls. Hopefully some better scenery and